Hey everyone, it's Tutor Brian. In this video, I'm talking about the topic of cramming, and it's exactly as it sounds, trying to fit as much content, actions, or things into a short period of time as possible. And this is most common within the academic fields with students when they're trying to prepare for exams or any sort of academic endeavor that takes considerable amount of work beforehand in getting ready, whether it be test, project, assignment. And I'm gonna go over different aspects of the whole concept of cramming, and it's not, as many would say, a good thing to cram. However, certain situations arise, scenarios, things happen in life, and sometimes you're forced into that situation in which you have to actually load up a lot of things in a short period of time as possible and get it done, get things accomplished quickly. And sometimes you miss out on certain things. The preparation may not be the best, but you do the best with what you have and what you are able to do in that period of time. As far as the academic field goes, cramming is ill-advised. It's hardly, as I guess people can give testimony to, and people or experts would say, it's not really good, effective, or beneficial in the long run. It's just like a quick patch to fix or to prevent more problems, trying to load up all the things you have to do, all the preparations you have to make in a short period of time. So it's easy for things to fall through the cracks. Now, with studying, if you're waiting till the last minute, which also is ill-advised, to prepare for an exam, assignment, or any other task for school, you have to make do with the time you have. And so this is when it's essential to be as efficient as possible, and also to really prioritize those things that will be the most important in your preparations or your task that you're trying to accomplish. Kind of like the 80-20 rule or concept. You try to do it as much as you can into 80% of the main drivers of success, the main important things, and the remaining 20% of those details you just kind of do it as you're able to. Fill in the rest, fill in with what time you have, what remaining time you have. You really want to focus on those things that are 80% of the reason why you could be successful in your task, endeavor, or whatever you're trying to accomplish. So as far as studying, if you have a template or some type of percentage breakdown of what will be on the exam that your professor or teacher provides, that's really helpful. You can just really hit those things in your studies, keep going over those, review the notes, lectures, textbook passages that will be the bulk of the exam, and really hit those things through and through, and let the other things you don't want to let it slide, but you don't devote so much effort into small details when you're forced to cram. But if you don't have any sort of template or outline of what's going to be on the exam, what's the bulk of the grade, then you have to just do a sort of self-assessment of what you think is the most important, and really hammer those concepts, topics in your preparations. Now, as far as efficiency in studying, you probably would want to go ahead and do the method that works the best for you. It's probably not the time when you're cramming to try new things. You probably want to do what is tried and tested for you, whether you're visual, auditory, tactile learner, and really just do what is you've consistently done in study preparation in the past, and not necessarily try new things. If you know, it's reading the notes over and over again, making your own comments, and that's the best way for you to study, then keep doing that when you're trying to cram. Or if it's some other type of, you know, maybe reading text or PowerPoint slides, lecture notes, highlighting important things, or saying it aloud and repeating it to yourself, or doing flashcards. Whatever study method works the best for you, you probably want to do those and use those things that you've consistently done in your study preparations, those methods. And some other things with cramming or doing last minute preparations. The worst thing you can do is end up wasting time, so you don't want to be spinning your wheels whatever you do. Just pick a topic, pick a focus, and just go at it, even if it's not the best, or it's like you want to write a paper but you're not exactly sure. You don't want to be spinning your wheels trying to pick up a topic. Just go with one and see it through in the first, you know, beginning stages. And maybe if you absolutely hit a roadblock, then you have to go back and start over. But if you can, just see it through to the end and just really persevere with that. Those are some things I like to think and practice with cramming whenever the situation arises. Now, some other things for cramming for me right now is just working out. I'm only working out once a week, seems like it, and so I try to load it all into the workout, whatever I believe is the most important. So the big 4 lifts: squat, bench press, deadlifts, and overhead press, and just fill in the other details if I have time, if I feel the need or desire for them. But just hitting the main lifts, and that seems to be really effective for me, so that's what I'm going to stick with. And just alternating different rep schemes and weights, just to provide a different stimulus each week. And that's what I'm doing as far as cramming as most as I can into one workout per week. And also a note with the current diet plan, I've been eating just most of my calories in the late time or the dinner time meal. So when trying to cram all the calories in at the last meal, it's not ideal, but when I have to, I just try to go for nutritionally dense foods, lots of fruits and vegetables as much as I can, and lean protein source and some carbohydrate source that's not, you know, dense with fats, and calorie dense foods. Focusing more on nutritionally dense foods. That's my plan as far as what the dieting is like right now. And yeah, that's some of the things, the ways I'm cramming right now. And it's, again, not always the best situation, but when it happens, you just got to be really efficient with your time and prioritize those things that are the most important.